ಶುರು ಮಾಡೋಣ.
Right. Welcome everybody for another edition of Cricket Vana. We'll continue on IPL. There's only IPL cricket going on. So we have a couple new guests as well, Shankar Shastri and Srini Murthy, along with the usual suspects, Somashekar, Vinay Somashekar, and Vinod, and of course Sridhara, our ringmaster, and myself, Kashyap. So, IPL 2020, we're almost halfway there. I think by Monday we'll have exactly 28 matches completed with every team playing 7 games. Some interesting trends are picking up, and some early signs of qualifiers as well as wooden spoon contenders
Yes.
are coming up. No real big surprise as such, except I'd like to start with one team that within the span of 3 days went from one extreme to the other when it comes to chasing. Our Vinod's favorite team, CSK, Chennai Super Kings, they recorded the second highest 10-wicket win by chasing 183 without losing a wicket. But that was sandwiched by two other chases they did where they didn't show real intent, or was it poor shots, or was it better bowling or defending? Like to open that up with CSK and their amazing and interesting and puzzling chases.
Probably that's puzzling is probably more of a
Puzzling, yeah.
appropriate
But
word.
yeah, I mean, the way some players batted, especially I know Kedar Jadhav got trolled a lot, for scoring 7 out of 11. 20th overall, ಎರಡು
I
ball
still don't know what he
deep
has got that Dhoni. I still don't know what he has got that Dhoni believes in him.
I know.
I still don't know. He
Go
is
ahead,
not a
go
game
ahead,
changer
Vinod.
at all. I don't know what Kedar Jadhav has got that they have kept him in the team.
Vinod,
don't
I thought he was in the team based on the all-round ability. He has never
He
picked
doesn't
up the
bowl
ball
at
to
all.
bowl,
He
and he's
doesn't
not
bowl at all
scoring
either.
runs.
Yeah, he doesn't bowl at all. ಇವಾಗ ಅವನು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಟೀಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಕಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು, ಬಟ್ ಐ ಮೀನ್ he stopped bowling. I mean, maybe he was stopped, or maybe they lost trust in his bowling long
No, he
time.
was called out 2 times for chucking, right?
Yeah, and I mean he's been a very handy bowler in India. Definitely not in Australia or England or anywhere. So I still don't agree that he was even picked for.
Raina was more handy than him. Let's believe that. Let's
Yeah,
take it.
yeah.
Raina was
I
more
tend
handy
to
in both teams.
disagree. I tend to disagree. I think I remember him doing pretty well in New Zealand. He batted reasonably well, and he had a few good spells, a couple of breakthroughs.
Right, but I mean, if
remember.
you don't bowl him, if you pick him because he did reset decently, and then you don't bowl him at all,
Yeah,
then
that's what I mean.
Yeah, then you have
Yeah,
to bowl him.
that is
Right?
true.
Let him
Once
fail.
you can count on your fingers the good innings of a person who's played for more than 2 years, then that's it. You just don't have to.
Yeah.
You can just count on your finger of his great things.
Exactly.
So
And
when did he do well in New Zealand? Was it the last series or the one before?
The one
one
before.
I think
before
it
the
was
World
the last
Cup,
series.
where
Before the World Cup. Yeah, before the
where the
World Cup.
great Vijay Shankar emerged.
Exactly.
It's that tour. Where Dhawan and I think Rahul was there. Dhawan and ಆ tour ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ Pandya and Rahul were still under the ban, and so they tried out Vijay Shankar and Kedar Jadhav and others. And anyway, so not only just Kedar Jadhav, but overall, yes, of course, in this last game, the opening still did well. They continued on that great form, with the 10-wicket win, and then I couldn't believe it. 10 overs, 92 for no loss or whatever, ittu, and then I come back and like 5 overs ke 55 beka agla 4 wickets. So what happened? They just fast forwarded the time.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there. And then, but before that, it was even more puzzling because 10 overs, they were like 55 for something, 0 or 1. And
No, but
then,
No, second 17, yeah,
yeah,
55.
and then it never took off except for, they tried slogging, I think, Dhoni, Jadeja, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆಮೇಲೆ try ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. That was against Hyderabad.
But
So,
even today's game, SRH, the way they went, I thought they would get easy 230, 240.
oh,
You
yeah.
know,
But yeah,
but,
see,
but
again, back to, the Hyderabad our top two, sometimes Kane Williamson. But if Kane Williamson comes in after 16 overs, I don't really expect much. He's if he comes with before 12 overs, yeah, on 2-3 overs, then he can actually go for big shots
yes,
in the end
yeah,
as well.
yeah, agreed.
Same with Manish Pandey. So
Yeah.
Hyderabad ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತು, 1 wicket ಹೋದ್ರುವ they cannot keep up with that same run rate ಅಂತ. But
So
again,
one thing I'm seeing common between a lot of teams is the middle order seems to be struggling. Alva? Consistently,
Struggling of the struggling of the, you're right. In effect, struggling for sure. What's happening is they are trying to, with that field one side being short, they are trying the left and right combination. And in fact, Kane Williamson came 3 down, 4 down, and up on the They sent a left-hander before.
yeah.
Okay.
right.
So when that happens, there's uncertainty when they're going to get what they're going to get. I mean, that's IPL, that's 2020. I get it, but that's
Right.
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ unsettling ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಅವಾಗ.
Yeah.
There are not a Williamson kind of quality batsman, left-handers ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ಲ who can stay and get runs.
Correct.
That's
Correct.
absolutely
Right.
brilliant. Though
So
given the
I think it's mainly the game. It's a game for top 3. Generally, one of the top 3 has to take you through. They have to have some big score. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ 4 ಬಿಡು, but 5, 6, 7 generally you need someone who will always get to score. Get to maybe face 10 balls on average. And then very
Steady
rarely,
state.
they are like 20 for 3 or 20, 30 for 4, and they have a longer innings to bat. So that's
Right.
where Mumbai Indians, beat all others because they have this Hardik and Krunal and Pollard who can just come and start hitting 6 from the first ball they face.
Yeah.
Atara, no other team has that hard hitting 5, 6, 7 who can just hit from the ball 1.
Hey, you know what? I just want to ask one question, which I have a theory about this, but anyway, probably.
ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರೈಟ್, left and right combination. You're absolutely right. So more than prioritizing Dhoni modlogtane, Karthik, Dinesh modlogtane bodlo, they try to maintain this left and right combination and terribly screw up. That's one thing. And second thing, opening ali olle idu kotruno 50, 60 for no loss irutte, or even 80s, and then suddenly one of the guys has to clear the boundaries, and you find this Sharjah where one side the boundary is terribly imbalance. So they fail most of the time. The failure is there. They hold out to the deep and get caught and come back, and then the consolidation never happens. So last al baroru you ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಹತ್ರನೂ Pollard, Pandya illa. So they all fail invariably because of this. They're trying this strategy of left and right. I don't know why. Is it because of the left?
No, sir, it's a good strategy, Srini. I think it's a good strategy. I get it. But ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, there are no Kohlis of the industry or the Fast of the industry or Athara left-hander quality batsman, Williamson for the Athara batsman who can come and guarantee to get some runs. Yarilla. They're all good Indian players, young cricketers, but it's a hit and miss. That's the unfortunate part of it. Prem Gar, Gordavata, Tibatia, Gatran. I mean, there are days they get runs, some days they cannot, but you cannot.
One game wonders. They all are one game wonders.
They cannot really go get those quality. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಸರ್, ಅದು they don't rotate the strikes. They want to hit. Once they start rotating strikes, they can get more runs. When they don't, I think that is the maturity. It comes with the maturity. I get it. I don't want to blame these kids. They're playing very well, but that's what it is. I have one theory. Vinny may not like it, but I'm going to tell you. What do you think of Dhoni's batting yesterday? I have a theory about it. But Dhoni, how he got out? What did he do? Why?
Dhoni's batting yesterday?
Yeah.
Because the thing is, before that, he had actually kept really, really well. His keeping.
I'm not talking about his wicket keeping. Who cares?
Sir,
talking about
Dhoni's
batting.
batting for the last 3 years sucks. His batting for the last 3 years sucks. So
No,
why are we
not
discussing
for
Oh,
three
yesterday?
years.
no.
No, 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 no. That's
2018, yeah, that was his best season in batting too. 2018, when CSK returned and won the IPL. Man, you should see his
okay.
claim
But
in
what is your theory? Is your theory
No,
good or bad?
Vinny will have probably have we will have a lot of statistics. See, you saw him in 2011. That's too far away, but I'm going to just use that as either. You saw him hitting the beautiful six he hit, exactly almost a typical shot he was trying to hit yesterday. He couldn't get it. I mean, my theory is this again. Correct me if I'm wrong. Dhoni at his best, he could pick any ball at any length and hit it. What happens is when you get a little older, the hand and eye coordination go a little awry. So the bat comes there that 1/100th of a second later. Guess what? Gets bowled. That is the theory.
Either later or earlier.
Later, of course. Earlier, inside edge later. That fraction of second. Go back and look at how we got bowled yesterday.
It was brilliant strategy. Actually, we have to give credit where it's due. Dinesh Karthik on captaincy, but I mean, nenne match they have done the homework so beautifully.
Yeah.
They held back Varun and Narayan.
Correct.
So they had 6 overs in the last 10 from these two mystery spinners.
Yeah.
And especially Narayan has done well against CSK and more so against Dhoni. And I was surprised to see these numbers. Dhoni has never hit a 4, not even 6.
Not even 6.
Never hit a boundary to Sunil Narayan in IPL history.
Really?
He scored only 30 runs out of 63 balls he has faced. Narayan. Amazing stats. And so they held him back, and then he bought the last 3 overs endally ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಧೋನಿಗೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು. It was brilliant. And I think we all know CSK is not at its best. And,
correct.
I think the prime, if you consider the same core team, yes, this team would have been almost unbeaten 3-4 years ago. But now with including Kedar Jadhav.
See, Dhoni is the kingpin. Forget about Kedar Jadhav. You know what? Nobody. Dhoni can win matches every day. He used to.
Yeah.
That is the one.
No, but Somo, don't you think he himself, Dhoni, knows that he's slowing down? He probably knows he's slowing down.
Correct, but expectation is when he comes to bat, I expect him to get some runs, right?
No,
that's right.
Correct. But my thing is that he's coming down a lot lower down the order.
Nenne 2 down bandalappa. Nenne munchene begale banda. He was going to finish it. I thought he would do it because even in finals that time he came earlier than Yuvraj Singh. You know how
yes.
So I thought he's going to do it again. I mean, it's not his fault. I mean, things happen. Obviously, the age takes over. Everything. See, that split 1/100th of a second, whatever that is, I don't know. That is the one he missed it. He would have been perfect. Long on would have hit a bomb 6 other days. But I think don't you think what's happening to CSK?
He is no longer playing in the V. He's no longer playing in the V. He's trying it over the mid wicket. He's trying to hike. He no longer plays in the V. On the typical pull shot kuda illa ivaga. So yesterday he tried to sweep. I think
you also have to give credit to the bowlers. Maybe the bowlers are also bowling a little better.
Definitely correct.
Of course, it was brilliant planning and good bowling as well.
Yeah.
What Somo is, I think I agree. I understand Somo's argument. It says yes, it was good bowling, but it was not impossible for Dhoni.
Correct.
Why is it happening?
And also it might, it might turn day after tomorrow. I'll tell you why. Because if he gets a good innings, that builds his confidence.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
He confidence illa. 2 ವರ್ಷ cricket ಆಡಿಲ್ಲ. There's a lot of things behind it, and it's slowed down.
You still can't rule CSK out. Because it's Dhoni's tournament. IPL. He has qualified every time.
I mean,
the main goal whenever every press conference, every after post match presentation, whatever, whether he wins or loses from game 1, all these years. On here, first the main goal is to put us into the top 4 as a qualifier, and everything else is lottery. Once you qualify, you throw away all your books. No data, no run rate, nothing. It's all
then it's a fresh kit.
You start all over again.
You want to qualify, and that is his.
Look, I'm looking for the comments on that, because I don't want to think that I'm right and I'm saying something that, I mean, is that my analysis is something?
That's true. I mean, that's pretty much true with everyone, right? And as you age,
no, correct. Especially him, I'm talking about. He's a great finisher. Having known that, he's unable to do it for some reason. I mean, if somebody has any other narration about it, I want to listen.
I mean, I think it's mainly the age. I mean, the usual, like they say, the wear and tear, right? I mean, it's timing, and that bat speed is fraction of a second slow irutte, and it's, I don't think there is any new technical flaw or any any mental block or whatever like that. It's I mean, also not a surprise, right? I mean, it's been like that with Dhoni even with India for last even before the World Cup.
What do you guys think about KL Rahul's batting today?
He's being bogged down.
Look,
he's taking up that anchor role to himself too
correct.
seriously. And,
the ball spun a little bit more than he expected. It took the top edge. Probably he thought it was just new ball line. I thought it would just go. He would hit it down. Bat ನೋಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಮೇಲಿಂದ ಕೆಳಗೆ ತಗೊಂಬಂದ. He did not hit it up. He wanted to sweep nicely, but that took the top edge and went. That's what happened. I mean, some days it happens, but
do you think the run out had any say? Because he had a pretty bad day. He dropped a catch. Right.
But overall, you can one thing for surely you can say is Punjab is ruled out. I don't think they can come back.
Alva, I had high hopes. Of the 4 selections, Punjab.
I'm not saying they will be 8th placed, but they're definitely not in top 4. I think
same with RCB. With RCB. I think I see them down already.
RCB still has chances. And they are 3-2, so you cannot just rule them out right away.
They are going between Chap and Chambo. ಯಾವುದು ಚಿಪ್ ಹೋಗೋದ ಚಂಪ್ ಹೋಗೋದ ಚಿಪ್ ಹೋಗೋದ ಚಂಪ್ ಹೋಗೋದ ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಹಾಕ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
Let's see.
Because Kohli still has not fired as much, and I think this rustiness for the past 6 months is showing.
But I mean, so because they have more time, and they still have 9 games to play, and considering, like you said, but Kohli rusty annಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ನೇನು ಆಗಲ್ಲ. I mean, last 2 games he played pretty well.
Last game ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಆಡ್ಲಿಲ್ವೋ? He only scored like 10 or 12 runs, something like that.
40, but I mean, it was runnable 40.
Okay.
Just really quick, before we leave the CSK, topic, I just wanted to ask, what do you guys think? Because if you look at the actual, lower order of CSK, right? They have a lot of hitters outside of Dhoni. Like, we can talk about him not finishing and things like that, but they have Curran to hit, they have Jadeja to hit, they have Bravo to hit. But the argument I think also that people are making is these people, if you look at the stats, their strike rate has been over 100, 150 even. They're just not getting enough time to bat or enough balls. So I think there's also people saying that CSK isn't, they're starting so slow and they're not getting going that these people can't even get in there and score the runs. Well, I think that's probably a bigger issue than Dhoni not finishing, because he's not the whole team, right? I mean, what do you guys think about that?
It's not just Dhoni. I think but Sam Curran is showing promise. But again, I think someone like
even
Sam Curran,
even Jadeja is having the same problems. His catching skills are not quite there. His batting skills, his bowling is still okay.
Sorry,
right?
It's not Jadeja, it's UAE catching. It's a bug. It's the bug that going around along with coronavirus. There is this non-catch virus,
I mean, straightforward catches ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಿಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ
ಇಲ್ಲ ಕಣ, the lighting is issue ಇದೆ ಕಣ. It's a very clear lighting issue.
ಅಲ್ಲ correct, but you can wear glasses for it.
ಬಾಲೆ ಕಾಣಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಗ್ಲಾಸ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ
ಬಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟೈನ್ on catch ಬಿಟ್ಟ, ಕೊಹ್ಲಿ ಬಿಟ್ಟ, okay, Jadeja bitta. There is about 10 catches were dropped. Everything is in Dubai. Majority of it is in Dubai. I think that the Ring of Fire or whatever that is, I think that's I think there's an issue there. they don't have the big. I think that's what it is. I mean,
and it's
that's
really
my theory.
just, it's about losing track of the ball in the last second. It's in 1 second you lose track of the ball in the air, then you're going to miss the catch. It's not about not seeing it the whole time. It's the
1
split
second is already too much, right? Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
it goes up, right? When it comes down, it passes that ring of fire, whatever that is.
You lose
then
it.
you lose it. There's nothing you can do.
No, but the thing is, what I'm saying is, it's not like as if they're not even coming beneath the ball. They're getting to the ball. The ball is coming to their hands, and then they're making mistakes.
Pace ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ ಕಣೋ. Drop pace.
Judgment is right. Exactly, the pace. Because see, ನೀವು ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ದಾಗಲ್ವಾ, if you ಶಂಕರ್ ನಿಮ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಗೆ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದು ಯಾರೋ ಏನೋ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು ಬಾಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ಲ. They are judging it right. It's just the pace. It's the way the ball. It's always popping out of the hand because of that. Because you lose that sight for fraction of a second.
Shankar, dew in the atmosphere will change on any given day. When the ball comes down, it changes quite a bit. I mean, it could be 1 mile up or down. That could change it.
Correct.
Okay,
and
change.
It's going to be, but the thing is, they can never get adjusted to it because it will continuously change now. Weather is continuously.
Right. The ball could come in between two lights. Something could happen. There is variable things, Kana.
Yes, yes.
Due andidike, on slight change of topic to just continue on this. Due anta helidike, I want to bring this up again. For the first time, we are seeing the defending team is winning more than the chasing team. Right?
So
we slightly talked about it last week.
I was coming to that only. If you can hear me, I was coming to that only.
Go ahead, Vinod.
Go ahead, Vinod. Go ahead, please.
There are 22 games that were played. Only 7 games were won chasing. Okay, and it's almost 1/3 to 2/3 ratio at this point, which is chasing. So typically, what happens is the wetness of the ball, right? Like the ball gets wet in dew, it slips, right? It's pretty uniform. The wetness of the ball is pretty uniform nowadays because of the level at which you're sweating. So even when you bat first, the level with which your perspiration happens in a very hot place, the factor of how your hand and ball slip is the same. Nobody is spinning the ball sporadically or anything like that. But what happens with a wet ball is that because of the dew, right? Though historically with the wet ball was favoring the batting side. Right, the wet ball favors the batting side because the bowlers cannot grip it. It travels. Dubai is slightly different, right? It is it's very humid as well. It's dew and humid, right? So the dew doesn't stay over the grass. The dew doesn't stay over the grass like in other places, right? So dew actually stays over the grass in other places. In Dubai, it doesn't stay over the grass. First thing, and second thing is that people are batting for the dew, but predominantly these hitters are not able to get under the ball. So when you scoop the ball, you need to go under the ball and hit it, right? For some reason, they're just not able to get to it, to hit the ball under the ball. Like, for some reason, something very unique in the batting style, and probably tiredness, because second half tiredness when you're playing at 39, 36 degrees Celsius, something is causing there. I am puzzled as well. But with CSK, somehow with CSK players, the bowlers have learned to use the crease against them. So for some reason, they're using the crease. They're bowling a lot of wides. They're bowling across the crease. Something about CSK's batting that the bowlers have learned to use the crease. They're just not, either they're giving too much of width to the batsman. See, at the end of the day, even Fab du Plessis, right? He is playing scoop shots. He's playing cut shots of the third man. Except Watson, du Plessis has never hit a straight 6 so far. Right? He's not hitting the straight sixes, right? He's playing across this one. So they have kind of figured out, and they have taken, for every CSK batsman, they have taken out some of their favorite shots. They've removed a helicopter shot out of Dhoni because they're bowling it outside the off stump. They're not getting it close to his leg. They've removed du Plessis' hits. He's trying this one. And Watson's over the covers, we're not getting. We're getting more over the mid wicket only. So Watson moves his left leg. Moves his left leg and hits right. He's not doing it. If you look at the Australian leagues, he will just move. Once Watson moves his left leg, you're done, right? It's very much something they have figured out.
So innanenandre iga yes, it's idella. I mean not just us, but the whole world or any cricketing world. Are we over analyzing these numbers? Because I'm also thinking, is it just that it's just bad choice of shots while chasing? Is it just as
So
simple as
to 1/3 is a big
better
difference,
bowling?
right? 2/3 to 1/3 is a big difference.
Bad choice ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, everybody is doing the same thing.
I know. So there is.
Windy, tell me if I'm in the right track on this. You're talking about the dew, you're talking about everything else. I think this is, as I'm watching, I'm thinking the ball is skidding a little bit more than other places. It's skidding after it pitches. So it really doesn't come up, or it doesn't have the bite in the wicket that it kind of pops up once in a while. Although when you're avaga, when there is no bite, when the ball doesn't really bounce a little bit, a couple of inches extra or more, then you're unable to scoop the ball up. So
exactly, that's what I'm. You're right. That's something fishy is happening.
That's what's happening, because skid ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ball ಅದು, because they're unable to, even if they're hitting, they're all hitting inside the boundary ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನೋಡಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಸುಮಾರು ಹಂಗೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. It's not crossing the boundary unless they really get hold of it. That's what's happening. I'm thinking the dew on the surface, and also the ball being a little wet, and also the wet ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು dew, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು sweat. There's a lot of things in the ball game. And also at some point in time, with the heat and humidity, the dryness of the ball is very, I don't know what is happening. So that the ball is not really biting and coming up and doing whatever. It just floats and skids through the thing. I think that's my...
Innone crazy idea. This can be the stupidest question I might ask in cricket. But I'm taking a chance, going live. I'm going to ask this stupid question. Dew, there is dew, right? I mean, good or bad, or how much quantity, whether it's on grass or in air or wherever it is, there is dew everywhere, right? In a day-night game, it's a no-brainer. There will always be dew. But is the lack of thousands of spectators impacting the dew in the air, or because now there is, because usually there are thousands of spectators, and then with that heat there will be so much more sweat and carbon dioxide or whatever. Right? So I mean,
I'm sure it's a factor, because especially in Dubai,
I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. It just hit me, so I'm just throwing it out there. I mean, is the empty stadium adding any factor to the dew or the ground or anything possible?
I don't know.
Like Windy, you can tell me, because you're a statistician by nature. You're a statistician by nature. I have never watched cricket in Dubai with the crowd. Obviously, this is the only first time I'm watching cricket in Dubai.
That's exactly where I was getting to.
Right?
That's exactly where I was getting to.
Okay. Tell me. Then you tell me. Go ahead.
So I have one theory that I think will change. The organizers will take it into account, and the two grounds which are having long boundaries, they may shorten the boundaries for the game if the advantage goes on. They might do that. They've done it before. They may shorten the boundaries.
Not in the middle of tournament.
It's equal for all of them. So if they find that
all of them, but there could still be some cases where they say, hey, if this had happened earlier, we would have won this game, or whatever, right? I mean, it's
no, it doesn't matter. I mean, what I'm trying, the possibility is one. Second thing I'm telling you, important point that Soma made about the skidding of the ball, right? Everybody today, the cricket has changed, right? In those days, 10 years ago, people used to stand outside the crease, before the crease, to avoid LBW and hit it out of the wicket. Now everybody plays deep inside the crease.
Yes.
Right? Now, if the ball skids, like Soma says, right, you're inside the crease to get that extra time, but the ball is skidding and it's not coming at the height you want, right? So
that is what I mean. Bite illa nim mele barala adu. The ball is picking on the bottom of the bat, literally. You see that. In fact, I think one of the bats broke. Bat broke. Because it's hitting here, not here.
Yes.
I think that's one of
a sweet spot on the meat of the bat is just bande illa isadi.
I was thinking that if I get a chance to write to people, hey, CSK, just one match, play 1 foot outside before the crease, just play it. Go with anti-coordination. See, you're anyway hitting it early and you're hitting it at the edge of the bat. If you're getting that extra time standing behind the crease and still hitting it, see, why are you hitting it at the edge of the bat? Because you're playing the shot early, right? If you can play the shot early, come front. Let's stand before the crease. Why is the leg before? Right out.
Okay, I'm going to be a devil's advocate here. But yesterday,
interesting thing.
when they both of them got 80s, Faf and Ido, they really hit the ball out. I mean, the one was 101 yards or something like that. Watson hit. How is that possible? I don't know.
Yeah,
is that because that change of pace started happening after a few overs? Maybe the first.
No.
First few hours, it was
which change of pace?
I have an answer for Somal, right? The Watson shots were very clear. They were change in paces, and he was able to move his leg out of the length. He got the length.
Correct.
He got the length.
But mind you, Nam theory ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ second batting ಹಂಗಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತ. They were batting second there. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a convoluted thing.
I'll tell you, the arc of Watson is very clear. The day Watson bends his backside knee, that means he's in form. He's the only guy who bends his backside knee and hits a straight drive or a cover drive because he reaches for the ball.
And that's how we got out yesterday LBW too.
Exactly.
So once he's able to fold his knee and reach, that means he's able to reach the ball and scoop it with the leg away, right? So
I mean, I'm saying, boy, if he hits him.
And
I would love to listen to somebody, a real guy like the KPs of the industry, as whoever it is. Hey, why is this? It's a phenomenon we have to understand. I mean, we can talk about it.
Actually, everybody is bringing it up in if you follow the commentary and the mid session talks, this is happening. Actually, everybody is talking, and it's kind of, I think it's still a mystery to everyone. Nobody has cracked it, and I don't know who will first, who will crack this first, and actually go on to I think whoever cracks that, the way if you can shuffle in the crease and get the timing and the bat impact properly, and also
they will make a difference.
Okay,
that go a long way in winning the tournament.
The Windy's theory is great. I'll tell you why they're not. My theory again with you, why they're not doing yakantandre. Obviously, we all assume that now the ball is skidding and it's keeping low, right? Fair enough. Having said that, for a spinner, the wicketkeeper is standing right behind you. You miss, you're done pretty much. So that's the chance that you're going to take. So that's why one of those things, they're unable to come out with the gay abandon and come and hit because wicketkeeper is standing right there. I think there are too many things in the thing that is going. Again, as crazy as your theory is, Kashyapa,
I don't know.
I mean, it could be a factor somehow, somewhere. I don't know that.
I don't know to whose advantage, but I cannot rule it out.
Saying something.
No, because the thing is, the temperature difference is definitely going to be there. Because it's the way the dome is. It's like when you take a bun and you take the top half. There is a lot of coverage, and with so many people. Exactly. So who knows?
All right.
One thing I've noticed. Have you guys noticed this one thing? That in Dubai, I am not seeing the bowlers bowling the cross seam so much.
No.
Is it because of the sweat? Nobody is bowling the cross seam, and pretty much people. They're not doing it that much, but there are people using it. Oh no, who was it? Not the opening bowler for CSK, but the other guy. Shardul Thakur.
Yes, that guy. Chahar.
Shardul Thakur's bread and butter is crossing. Even if you in the normal one.
I'm surprised he's doing so well compared to
yes.
Okay, so cross seam yak martilla andre, my theory is again back to that sweat and dew. You cannot really grip it within on a flat surface. It's easier to grip on the seam. So maybe they don't have confidence in just.
No, but everybody is carrying a towel. Everybody is drying the ball.
Yes, exactly.
See, because
okay,
when we play cricket here, after 1 or 2 hours, when the ball gets wet, we are dying to go get a towel and all that stuff. The ball is completely gone. But here, they are changing balls so many times, right? Yes. Oh, actually, I wanted to ask you guys one thing. When they change the ball, are they changing a ball to just another brand new ball?
No.
Or are they changing it to like
the number of hours?
They mark all the balls.
They mark on all the balls, the number of hours.
Okay. So every over, you're saying they have X number of balls.
Yes.
So depending upon the over it's lost, it's giving that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not necessarily every single over, but it can be 5, 10, 15, whatever it is. They just round it up.
So how do they make the ball, or is it a ball that's played somewhere else, or how do they make?
Correct.
It's played. It's played.
Those are all the balls that's been played. They mark it and keep it.
Yes.
1 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 10, whatever the number. I don't know what exactly that is.
Exactly.
So they keep it and they bring closest to the number of overs that they have played.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
ಇವಾಗ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಇವಾಗ 20 overs ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಆಲ್ ಔಟ್ ಆದ್ರು, ಸೊ ಯು ಸೇವ್ ದಟ್ ಬಾಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸೇ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ 20 over old ball.
I see.
Or ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರಿ, it was just chasing 50 runs, you chased it in 10 overs.
All say that. ICC has a million balls like that.
Okay. It's 7:15, so now change of topic. ಈ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಮಾತಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು. The most controversial topic of the week, the non-mankad.
Yes.
So
I was going to ask you what was going on.
So it was an amazing scene to watch, but I know he didn't do it, maybe because they were winning, I don't know, but I mean it was, but you should see that he tweeted soon after the game saying this, consider this as the first and final warning to all the batsmen. Next time I am running you out.
No, because I think that's a fair thing what Ashwin is doing, because
I'm
it's
disappointed
an unfair advantage for the,
You know what, the way he's going about, I do not agree. Okay. I mean, I do. The way he's going about, everybody's on alert. I mean, come on, as though he's the only one who is not doing, everybody else is doing. I mean, I think I didn't like that kind of that attitude. Somehow, you know what? I can talk on both sides of my mouth on that, honestly.
Would you warn?
Sorry guys. What I'm saying that I would not read too much into this, because the reason I'll tell you. Typically, there is brand and marketing, and Ashwin has a YouTube channel. He has a talk show. He has everything. So this is a very classic case of holding high balls for us. This one. So he will let this story play between him and Ponting for quite some time. It's always okay to seek some attention.
I don't know those things. Having not known that,
it's an attention-seeking trick.
And there's a technical on there. Maybe you all know it. I mean, Vinny, you know it more than anybody else, because you're a technical and a statistician guy. When you're at the delivery of the ball, the batsman can leave the crease and go at the time of the delivery era. But what he's doing is he's not delivering it at all. He's holding it. That's illegal and telakala, but that's not a fair game either. When you want to talk about fairness, that's not fair either. He needs to deliver the ball. See, deliver ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, then you're going to lose it. Then he's probably a half a yard away. You're bound to be away. So does it mean that after he sees the ball leaving the hand, he has to run? That's not possible. So
I think
that's a game he's playing too.
Point of the where the hand is, but it's
release,
just that body release. If you're right-hander, even if your front foot is on the crease and you're about to deliver, yes, you can deliver here or all the way there, but that shouldn't matter. But if Butler, I agree, because he tried it, he stopped and then hit it, which was not really an elegant way of monkading somebody. But this one, I mean, how stupid is Finch to actually stay there? I mean, how he has almost a quarter run advantage already.
I know, but see, the thing is that as to me as a bowler, this is fair game.
It is,
because I mean, look, you're misusing the whole idea of your bat, which is already 2.5 feet, and then if you drag it out, you already have 2-3 yards advantage.
Hey, look, but the batsman has to run as well. He cannot run by himself. It's not a baseball, okay? Batsman has to run as well. So
correct,
look, I have a problem with that. I don't mind it. He has to, he can say, hey, look, I'm warning you, watch out, okay? But technically, the batsman is going to lose no matter what. But he takes an unfair advantage of that. You know what? I don't think, look, I have played a lot of cricket, but Has it ever happened that I have gained an extra run because of that? Probably once.
No. So I'm not talking about the extra run. I'm talking about the extra half a second to a second or whatever time frame that you get advantage.
Correct,
of you reaching.
Nino, and you, first of all, there's the theory. Okay, or does he know? The batsman doesn't. The runner doesn't know where the ball is being hit. Okay, let's say if it's hit in the front of the wicket. Okay, then assuming mid on, short mid wicket, short extra cover, hello that. So then they can run out the batsman running to the non-strikers and very easily. Okay, you don't know that.
Yeah, but look at the time slice though.
But I think it will be a biggest
but Tomo, look at the time slice though. Nino, what you're saying is that me getting out of the crease and gaining a couple of yards, and then the ball is being released and the batsman has to hit. You have so much time to figure out where the ball is going and what your next reaction is, right?
Where is the batsman? Where is he going to hit is the question.
Yeah. I think
behind the wicket, I get it. Not necessarily
what he is doing here will be a big advantage if they run two when if the batsman hits too long off or long on.
So I'm not talking about 2 runs at all. I'm only talking about
wherever it is. What I'm saying is, Somo point prakara, what he's saying is, if it's a 1 run and they're going to throw the ball to the bowler side, then it's not really any advantage for this guy.
That's what I mean.
Yes,
you don't know
the batsman at risk is the batsman who actually played the shot.
We need to have something. Come on, you tell me.
But hangantala. But it's still.
But my all I'm saying is, especially for a lower order batsman, right? And if there is a set batsman who's at the runner end, right? For that batsman to get back to the crease, it's imperative that the quickest number of balls are not wasted, the more advantage you get, right? So, Nino, we are still talking only about 1 run, right? 1 bloody run, but still, Nino 1 run, ಈಗ ನಾನೇ batsman batting side ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದು, I am a weaker guy, Somu can really hit a 6 ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, it is advantageous for me to go to the other end so that Somu can get a strike and get a 6 or a 4. That is what they're trying to do. That's all.
No, look, in theory, this is all correct. What I mean is that he doesn't have. Look, Mankad Mado. I'm not questioning that. He has every right to do that. Talking about it, making a big deal about it, as Vinny said, probably he's talking about it because of the channel.
That is wrong. That is wrong. Yes.
Probably
that's what I mean. Is completely wrong. I agree.
Okay,
I'm not. Yeah.
Because Shankar and Soma. Both of them bring a very important point. I think we have to make this very clear, black and white, right? What Shankar says about advantage for the batsman is absolutely right?
There is no question about it.
Yeah, and Soma says about the action, it's so dubious. Like, when do you say your action is complete or how should you, right? So my theory has been, right, you want to play cat and mouse? Let's play cat and mouse. The story should be that is, you're coming with a bowling action, the batsman is leaving the crease. If the bowler throws the ball to the nearest fielder and the fielder catches the ball and the batsman is outside the crease, he's out. So the batsman can play. So the bowler is coming to bowl. He bowls the ball. He sees that this guy leaves the crease. Just leave it to Shreyas Iyer and catch it. Shreyas Iyer catches the ball and this guy is outside the crease. Is done. He's out. Just declare him out. Play cat and mouse. Right? There is an alternative for the bowler. Instead of judging the actions, coming and hitting, you're coming to bowl like this. You see, left the crease, throw the ball to Shreyas Iyer. If Shreyas Iyer catches before this guy comes to the crease, he's out. Ask walk off. It's the baseball rule.
Then you'll have DRS and third umpires and all.
You play cat and mouse.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly right. There's a way to get him out. Getting him out, munkading, it's not okay. I get it. But do you have to go to this level to make it a big deal about this? Is my question. Actually, that's all.
No, I think it's fair in making a big deal because he is speaking for the bowlers community because this game is becoming a batsman's game and he's talking. But where the gray area is, as you said, where the gray area is,
where is the ball release?
Stop and bowl, right?
Yeah.
Stopping and bowling is also difficult. I think, okay, let's go with the flow. You put a doubt in the batsman that if you're going to out, no warning, nothing, you're going to get out. If I am so smart, see, the wicket keepers do it, right? when they're running, wicket keepers pretend as if they're hitting to the batsman's side, and the ball actually goes to the non-striker side. So they actually cheat the runners, right? Sometimes. So cat and mouse is allowed in cricket. So let's make cat and mouse legal, right? You know, if the bowler comes, please throw the ball to the next fielder, let the fielder catch it. And you declare
now cricket slogans are change. Cricket is a gentleman's game. It's no longer a gentleman's game. So 40 is over.
I mean, once they start adjusting the boundaries depending upon the game style and everything else, it's no longer a gentleman's game, Alva.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right? I mean, I know, but what I'm saying, you know,
what do you guys think about my idea? What do you guys think about my idea?
Huh?
What do you guys think about my idea? I would like to take a poll about my idea.
Again, you know what? Unfortunately, I'm a purist. I'm still in the old 70s and 80s guy now. Not. So I'm it's a very difficult. I think I have to come to 2020s. I guess I'm still not there. So
don't change so more. The thing is that the era that you played was probably the most fun for us to watch and all that stuff, right? Some of us, like me, I didn't get to. Yes, we played gully cricket and all that stuff, and maybe a little bit of leather ball, proper third division, whatever. For me, I'm reliving what I did not do when I was in my 20s. I'm doing it now. Yeah. Right? The last 10 years, everything has been fun.
I mean
right? There are certain things that we, as a bowler, as an older bowler, for example, right? It's very difficult for you to go bend down and get the damn ball, even if the guy hits straight, which happens in cricket all the time. Especially getting hit straight right near you is one of the worst. It's like kapala kodange, literally, right? So, you as a bowler, I'm going to take whatever advantage I can.
Yeah, correct. What I mean is, again, if you ask me to say my opinion about
and we know too. So, just to wrap up this topic, yes, I mean, yes, it will always be a gray area. It will never be black and white. And you know, you held polling actually Vinay on the photo actually the time he was delivering, he was
still in the crease.
He was delivering much behind this crease.
He's over halfway done with his action.
Close to the umpire. And then he stopped and then, gave this warning. But that's still fine. He can still run him out. And, he would have been out. No question.
Yes, the reason I shared that image is just so that you can see, because all the images that are being shared makes it look like he's egregiously taking a 3 foot, 4 foot advantage. Because it's way after the fact that it's taken. The reason I took this screenshot and showed is because Ashwin is over halfway done with his delivery action. He's on his last. He's about to get his arm around to release. He's still in the crease, so it's not as bad as we thought.
That is what I mean.
How difficult is it for the non-striker to just glance at the bowler,
right?
And keep your bat on the edge of the line, and then when you see the ball popping out of the hand, start moving.
At the heat of the moment, you're not thinking of all the logistics. It's very hard.
Too much, right?
You're not even thinking about those things.
Look at the ball and then move.
And look, the whole point is he trying to cheat something? He's not. All he's doing is backing up to go take a run. That's all. He's not trying to cheat.
Like stumping,
the Afghanistan player just did the same thing. He used to stand on the crease behind because for every ball he wants to take a start. He wants to be in that moment to take a start. So he basically went to the crease behind and started taking a start.
Exactly. So, I love that.
I think 50% of the batsmen do it to take a start because it goes to the momentum, you run with it.
That's all. So momentum on the
for these batsmen to hit boundaries at such will, this one run is not going to buy them anything that they're looking for.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. Right? Start behind, start with the umpire side and run along with the bowler if you want. And then continue with it. I don't know. But I mean, I still agree if he runs him out, it should be out. And there is no spirit. But again, don't bring the spirit of cricket against the bowler. It's the spirit of cricket again. The onus is on the batsman, and the spirit of cricket. First of all, it's not even spirit of cricket question, right? He's out of the crease. He got out. End of story. Right? You are stumping almost. You are forward. Munde banda 6 koda miss aitu. Is he taking an advantage by stepping out of? No. Again, it's the momentum.
I think what Soma said is very clear. I think we should really stick to what Soma said. The book says there is a condition for you to run him out, right?
Yeah.
That condition should be clear-cut, black and white, right?
Black and white.
Here, what Vinay is sharing and stuff is that once you've done your halfway action, you have no right to come and warn or anything. That's what I'm trying to say, right? You're halfway through your action, you're done, right? You have no morality to come and stand and argue about
You
it.
need to deliver that ball, you know?
Yeah.
Once you're in your action, you have to fix the ball.
There is nothing more to discuss anymore, right? Like,
all right. So on that note, we'll end this topic. And actually, for the first time, we have an audience question. So I want to bring that up before we wrap it up. Last 5 minutes. Hemant Pradeep, my old friend, is the biggest fan of this Cricket Vana. He watches every episode offline later with his wife.
Wow.
His wife is also big. So I want to call them out. So here's his question. We saw a lot of youngsters, coming up, and they're doing pretty good. Indian youngsters, right? But take example of Agarwal in that super over, Ishan Kishan in that super over game, including Padikkal and Gill and many others, including Sanju Samson. They all have been batting well. But what's it with these youngsters not finishing through unbeaten? They are getting out either in the final over or when, yes, the team won, but yes, I see, not everybody is a Kohli or a Dhoni to stay unbeaten and finish the chase. But what is it that is it just being that hero trying to finish it off with a sixer,
or the lack of experience?
Yeah,
I would probably blame it more on the lack of experience.
Scoring a 1 run, you have experience scoring a sixer. So where is it that
I have a theory. You guys go and talk about it. I have something I want to tell you.
Go ahead. So many
real quick. You go ahead. You guys go ahead.
No, I mean to me it's the going with the glory and the lack of experience. That's the two things that I blame. That they will learn, but they may have made a lot of mistakes in the middle. But that's the two things: lack of experience and the glory. Right.
The other aspect is that these youngsters, right, for them to flourish in these games, they are all asked to play a role. For example, everybody is given set of role to play, and they play that role. And either they think that today my job is done for playing the role of what I'm asked to do here, and then I can just go finish with the flurry, because the confidence they're giving them is that they're setting them small targets. They're not putting them the burden of finishing it and stuff. That's one aspect of it. So they finish it and they do it. Second thing is, it's not easy. You can tell that, you played so many games as a youngster, right? What maturity you require to play the full length of the game is entirely different, right? Holding yourself back also requires a lot of skill. It is not, and it will come through maturity, it will come through area. But I think the teams are doing the right thing by not blaming them to put them a lot of pressure to take more responsibility. You play with your freedom. Your job is to get maximum runs, maximize your opportunity, and do the thing that you want to do. And we are there, we'll come and hold you back, because that's how you build youngsters. If you tell them, take for example, how many innings Sachin took to get to his first 100 in 1 day and stuff, right?
79.
But right as a youngster, he took the burden to play the entire game in those days cricket. If you start playing, finish the game, hold on the crease. These days, youngsters, it's 20 overs. Go get what you want to get in the maximum thing, and we will come and take care of it. And that's pretty much been the trend when Sourav Ganguly left and Dhoni took over. Very small targets. Play every 5-over inning, play 10-over innings, and then set small targets and achieve them. So I think that's what is playing into it. But as Shankar said, if they mature, they will know it. They will know the balance between aggression and...
Actually, Kohli too. Kohli in first and second year of RCB, 2008 and 9, cameo, taka 20, 25, 30 bartittu, 150 baradu. But yeah, I mean, even we could see that he was also not finishing the games. I mean, RCB never finished the games properly, but that's a different story. But besides the point, but yeah, I mean, Kohli, even Rohit Sharma for Deccan Chargers, when they won, he was playing these cameos and getting out and said, "Wow, look at these youngsters, Rohit Sharma." But yeah, I mean, why are they not finishing? But look at them now, right? Yeah, so it happens.
Just because you brought up the topic of youngsters, right? I think I have a lot of concerns about CSK not promoting youngsters. The youngsters are all sitting behind. That is very unfortunate. You might be in a losing streak or something. It doesn't matter. So what are you investing on the future as a brand, right? As a brand as CSK and stuff. KKR is doing it. Mumbai is doing it. CSK is
but mind you, Dhoni was given accolades because he persisted with Shane Warne forever and he got 100 in the final. I mean, that's a theory.
Right.
Again, I mean,
But
so
No, I'm
when
talking about others.
when somebody does it like that, they want to hold on to that theory and move on.
Yeah. So
I think
actually, our theory for both, both these extremes, right? Seeing this here, continuing the trust on the old timers, the proven match winners versus investing in the youngsters.
Yeah.
My theory is, see, it's a product, it's a brand. They are there to win the trophy, and why is it that? I mean, yes, I agree. I love it that they encourage the youngsters, but not at the cost of winning, though, right?
Yeah, I want to add one more than what you guys had. Okay, obviously they all have set a target. I want 15 runs from you, Ishant Kishan, in 8 balls or 10 balls or whatever. I mean, not necessarily exactly that, but something like that. So I wanted to bring it. So when they do their job, they're out because they're youngsters. They don't know anything. Obviously, there are a couple things in this. They're younger, inexperienced for sure. Then they are being set up small targets. They have a role to play. They take care of the role and get out. I think the main thing is with the media, with the television in their face every minute of the day. Imagine if he gets that 6 and finishes it off, and how big is that versus not getting out. So he's taking that extra chance, though he's unable to do it because of his lack of experience or they didn't pick the right ball to hit or whatever. And all he wants to do is, tell me I got 4 catches and everybody wants that. So that is probably driving them to do things that otherwise, if it's not telecast, if it's not done anything, they would probably be doing those things. Now with the television in their face, they want to be heroes. That's what's happening too. That's again, they'll learn and they'll learn probably a little later.
To add to that, one last point is there, right? In sports psychology, there is something called facilitators and barriers, right? So it's a mental health how you handle your mental health. So some are barriers and some are facilitators to your mental health, right? So you have to use them to overcome it. So if attention, adrenaline rush helps you perform very well and succeed to the next level, go for it, right? So youngsters should know what drives them, right? What keeps, if, like Soma said, if attention seeking is something that helps them to drive to the next level of performance, so be it.
What Virat Kohli did it, right? That's exactly what he did. He was attention seeker. He was good at what he did. And you know what? Sports psychologists like that, they'll do a good job of it. They're pretty close to the industry. Probably they'll do it, I guess. So
illon start to Vinay Kalasda, Nodi, the Sanju Samson, Nodi. Every season, he starts off amazingly, and we all look up and say, whoa, Samson, this is the year he will break through. 114 in first 2 games in 2017, next 12, 272.
Oh my goodness.
8 in 3 games, 263 in the next 12. Last year, 132 in 2 games, 210 in the next 10. And now,
oh my goodness.
And he's having, I think he scored less than 20 in the next 3 games now, including a 0, and then 159 in the first 2 games. So, it comes with the maturity, but that's the problem with Samson, that the selectors have already said that this is where we cannot trust Samson.
Yeah.
Right.
See, and also
that is because at the end of the day, I think it's the youngsters not having that maturity they just rest on their laurels. If they do well, they think, oh, great, I made it. They don't have that tenacity to keep pushing, and this is just a broader example of that.
Maybe Samson needs a Delilah to come and help him out.
I mean, not just
I know.
I mean, he's a phenomenal player in my opinion, but obviously.
The classic example that India lost was Vinod Kamli.
Yeah,
you think about exactly.
That was a package of talent.
That's the biggest. That's the biggest fall of a talented person we can ever see in Indian cricket.
Sure.
The way he started, he was rated higher than Tendulkar, and even Tendulkar rated him as being a much talented
and a left-hander too. So beautiful to watch.
Yeah, it was pretty much the first time in my cricket viewing career I was seeing such a good left-hander in Indian team and something. I don't remember anyone before.
No, the reason why I'll tell you is what was hurting us at Tirunelveli. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಪೋನೆಂಟ್ ಟೀಮ್ ಒಬ್ರು ಇರ್ತಾನೆ, ಸೈಯದ್ ಅನ್ವರ್, ಆಂಡಿ ಫ್ಲಾರ್, ಗಾಡಿ ಕಸ್ಟನ್ ಓಡೋದು ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಗೆ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
ವಿ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅದೇ ಒಂದು ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ ಟೀಮ್ ಒಂದು 11 ಒಂದು ಆಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ 11 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್
if you guys can find David Gower batting, go watch it.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I tell you.
On retire ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ I started watching. Okay, so we are past time now, so I think we are good to close out.
Hey, great
closing, I'll be doing it every week. Somo, I'll start with you. Your after another week, what's your final four?
Oh my God.
Yes. I'll do it every week.
DD, obviously.
DC,
then God, you know what? I'm gonna stay back with CSK because I always pick them. Okay. DD, Bombay. Then I still have a feeling about if Nama all-rounder comes back to Rajasthan Royals, they have a fair shot at it.
Ben Stokes.
Stokes. And who's the other one?
KKR, RCB, RR.
RCB illa. They won't do it. KKR has a good shot at it because see, DK is doing a good job with him. Morgan being behind him talking on the field will give me some confidence about them doing something nicer in the better latter part of the.
Fair enough.
That's my team.
Vinod.
Let's go with Vinay. I'll come last.
All right, Vinay.
If I remember off the top of my head, the top four now are Mumbai, and then Delhi, and then Hyderabad, and then Kolkata. I would keep the same number 1, number 2, 3 Sunrisers Hyderabad. I would probably knock them out and replace them with either RCB or Chennai. I'm not sure yet, and then I would keep Kolkata in the top 4 too. So same as what's the top 4. 3 of the 4 right now that are there, I would keep. I would knock out Hyderabad and replace them with either Bangalore or Chennai. I don't know.
All right. Vinod.
For me, it's. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
So for me, it's Mumbai, DC, RR, and then the fourth is either RCB or a CSK.
Right.
Wow.
Nando, for me it'll be the only change I have is I'm kind of disappointed with the Kings 11 because I had high hopes with Rahul. So that'll be the only change. I still want to go with KKR, Mumbai, DC, and CSK.
Right. So, and I will say Mumbai and Delhi for sure. They're pretty much, they will go through. They'll probably play the finals for all we predict. Punjab is definitely ruled out. So the next 2 would be 2 of the 3 teams I would say are KKR, Chennai. And I still have hopes on RCB. Yeah, I think they are already 3-2. They are 3-2, not playing at their best. So I have some hopes. Let's see. I mean, it will change next week. But I mean, if they can beat CSK this Saturday, game on.
Man, I'm the only odd guy out with Rajasthan Royals. I mean,
I'm there with Rajasthan Royals.
Oh, okay. Good.
I had hopes on RR, but
I am telling.
Stokes coming back. I think they have a fair shot on that.
Vinod is the favorite is RR, but none.
RR. I'm still thinking RR will
lift it. Good.
I had high hopes on them, but
Ben Stokes coming in will change the equation. Ben Stokes
change the total equation, in my opinion.
I hope so. Yeah.
So,
okay.
All right.
Good show.
Excellent.
We'll meet again next week.
Stay safe.
Yes.
For next topic, right? We probably have to discuss Kumble as a captain of India, Kumble as a coach of India, and Kumble as a coach of IPL of Kings 11. There is So something is there. We can talk about it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Let's see how Kumble does. Punjab does in the next week, and we'll have more fodder for Kumble scam.
Hope they win at least a couple of them.
I know. Yeah.
Bye.
Okay. Sounds good, Amma. Good job.